All right, let's get right into it. What you're looking at is, well, it's arguably one of the most incredible pieces of biological engineering in existence, the human eyeball. It's our window to the world, for sure. But how is that window actually constructed? Today, we're going to peel back the layers to really understand the blueprint of the eyeball's outer wall.
So to really get a handle on its structure, let's do a little thought experiment. Imagine we could just lift the eyeball right out of its bony socket, the orbit, and place it on a table right in front of us. Without all the connecting muscles and nerves, we can finally look at it as a pure, standalone object.
So now that we have our eyeball isolated, we're staring at the most basic question of all. How is this thing actually built? What are its fundamental parts? And you know what? That single question is going to guide our entire exploration today.
At first glance, the eye's anatomy can feel, well, super overwhelming. But like any complex machine, it all starts with a simple blueprint. The real trick is to ignore all the tiny, intricate details for just a moment and focus on the biggest, most basic division in its structure. And there it is. That's our game plan, right there. The best way to get your head around the eye is to make one simple distinction. You separate the container from the contents. It's that simple. We just need to know what makes up the walls, and then what structures are held inside those walls. Everything else kind of follows from there.
So here's what that looks like. You've got the walls, which form the sphere, and then you've got all the contents housed inside. Now, just to keep things nice and clear for this explainer, we're going to focus entirely on that first category, the walls that actually give the eyeball its shape and function.
Okay, so let's start from the outside and work our way in. The very first thing we'd encounter is the eyeball's protective outer shell. And this isn't just some boring container. No, this is the eye's first line of defense. It's the very structure that holds that perfect spherical shape.
So, how is this wall constructed? It's actually surprisingly simple. It's made of 3 distinct coats, or layers, all nested one inside the other. Kind of like a set of Russian dolls. Logically, our journey has to begin with that outermost layer. It's the one we would actually touch if we could. This is the eye's main interface with the outside world. And here's where it gets really interesting. This single outer layer isn't just one uniform material. Nope, it's actually a clever fusion of 2 very distinct, highly specialized parts that have to work together, the sclera and the cornea. This little table breaks it down perfectly. The sclera, that's the vast majority of the eyeball's back. It's that tough, white protective shell you actually see. But think about it. If the entire eye was made of this opaque stuff, no light could get in. And that's where the cornea comes into play. It's this small, specialized section at the very front that basically trades some of that toughness for perfect transparency, creating the window we need for vision. So just stop and think about the elegant design here for a second. You have a single, continuous layer that's been engineered to do 2 completely opposite but totally essential jobs. The sclera acts as the tough, opaque armor plating, while the cornea serves as a flawless, transparent portal for light. It's both a shield and a window.
And this isn't just some neat biological factoid, right? This is the entire reason we can see. This dual design solves a huge engineering problem. How do you protect a super delicate sensor while also exposing it to the environment? Well, the sclera provides the durability, and the cornea provides the access.
Ultimately, the big takeaway here is just the sheer efficiency of this design. The eyeball's outer wall is an absolute masterclass in biological engineering. It's a structure that is both a fortress and a lens, a protective shield and a perfect, crystal-clear window to the world.
So we've peeled back the very first of 3 layers, and we've seen this brilliant partnership between the sclera and the cornea. But this is just the beginning. It really forces us to ask, what about the other 2 layers? And what incredible machinery is this outer wall built to protect? What in the world lies just behind that window?